Gilas Pilipinas opens their FIBA World Cup run with a heartbreaking late-game loss against Dominican Republic 87-81. It's not all tears though. Philippines has set a new FIBA World Cup record for attendance with over 38,000 watching the opening game. And we'll get some updates on Typhoon Goring and how the weather is going to be like in the coming days. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. Gilas Pilipinas fell to Dominican Republic 87-81 in their first FIBA World Cup outing on Friday. The game was a close match with both teams scoring back-to-back. The score was tied at 42-all by the end of the first half and remained that way until the third quarter. But in the last stretch, the Dominican Republic managed to pull ahead. And in the final 5 minutes, Gilas' main scorer Jordan Clarkson fouled out. NBA star Karl Anthony Towns, who scored 26 points for Dominican Republic, said he has nothing but praise for the Philippine team.
They're a hard-working team. They have a lot of pride. The Filipino culture is full of just people who are hard-working and do it with a lot of love. And you can see the love they have for this game in their country. So they came out and they played that way. I respect them tremendously, and we just stayed disciplined and found a way to win. So shout out to all the fans, Filipino fans, who's been nothing but gracious to us here, and I've shown so much love. And shout out as well to our country for bringing the hospitality for us Dominicans.
Meanwhile, Gilas head coach Chot Reyes commended the performance of young big man AJ Edu. Edu had 7 points and 5 rebounds for Gilas. Gilas will face Angola next on Sunday, 8 p.m. at the Araneta Coliseum.
This guy to my left was playing a great game. I think that's the reason why he's here, right? He was playing really, really well. And if we get him in, then the other guy I have to sit is a guy named Junmar Fajardo, who had, 16, 18 points in 28 minutes. So, I'm sure a lot of people are going to wonder why, but between sitting AJ and Kai and Junmar, there was just no opportunity. And the matchups just didn't favor Kai.
Now, despite the loss, it was a strong tip-off for the FIBA World Cup as basketball fans flocked to the Philippine Arena on Friday. FIBA said a record crowd of over 38,000 people came to watch the opening game against Dominican Republic in Bulacan. Now, this wiped the previous record of 32,600 fans that watched the U.S.-Russia final at the 1994 World Cup in Toronto, Canada. Now, President Bongbong Marcos was expected to perform the ceremonial toss. He did not make it in time. Malacanang has yet to disclose the reason for this. This is the second time that the Philippines hosted the Cup. The last one was back in 1978 when Ferdinand Marcos Sr. did the ceremonial jump ball. Former Gilas player and FIBA World Cup local ambassador Tenorio also weighed in on the match. In an interview after the game, Tenorio said Gilas had a good chance of winning but lost steam in the crucial last minutes. For Tenorio, one factor in the loss was Jordan Clarkson fouling out and the team's turnovers.
Sayang. It was a good game until towards the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. So may konting letdown lang. Then syempre, hindi rin tayo sanay na wala si Jordan Clarkson for the past mga tune-up games natin, diba? And I think also his turnovers. So yun ang yun talaga pag first game. Alam mo yung first game jitters, parang, diba, a lot of pressure, so marami rin. I think this is the best Gilas Pilipinas lineup that we have right now.
The family of Jordan Clarkson also took in the loss alongside the NBA star. Utah Jazz cager Jordan Clarkson was the team's main scorer with 28 points. He started slow in the first quarter, scoring only 4 baskets, but broke through in the second, and it wasn't until he was fouled out with just 3.5 minutes left in the game that Gilas lost its footing. Jordan's father and brother were sitting courtside and had this to say about the game.
was tough. A lot of double teams, a lot of switching. They tried to make it difficult. Made it physical and grabbed a little bit. But that's part of the game. He didn't complain about it. He fought through it. It just happened to be he fouled out. I guess that goes with it sometimes. But he gave his best, and I guess they'll bounce back the next game.
He put all he got out there. He just got to watch his fouls next time. But if he would have stayed in the game, I feel like we would have closed it out for sure.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Watching One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. It's going to be a rainy weekend in several parts of the country as Typhoon Goring continues to rapidly intensify over the Philippine Sea. Pag-asa last spotted Goring some 200 kilometers east-southeast of Calayan, Cagayan. It is packing winds of 140 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 170 kph. Now, Goring is expected to move generally southward to southeastward today or tomorrow, then turn eastward to northeastward on Sunday. Now, signal number 2 is raised over extreme northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan and extreme northern eastern portion of Isabela. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is raised over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and the eastern portion of mainland Cagayan and Isabela, and the northern portion of Aurora. The enhanced habagat, meanwhile, will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Metro Manila, Region 4, and the rest of Central Luzon. Localized thunderstorms are also expected to trigger partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over the rest of the country. FIBA action continues today, so take note of these schedules. At the Araneta Coliseum, South Sudan will go up against Puerto Rico at 4 p.m. while Serbia and China will duke it out at 8 p.m. Meanwhile, the match between Jordan and Greece will start at 4:45 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena, followed by the game between United States and New Zealand. But if you can't watch live, there are several options to choose from. Now on Free TV, tune in to TV5 and One Sports. State broadcaster PTV4 will also air all Gilas matches in partnership with Signal. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.